Hi there, I hope you're doing well. Welcome here. If you clicked on this video, it's likely that you're facing a challenge or a problem and looking for a solution to it. And before we begin, I'd like to congratulate you for seeking a solution instead of sticking your head in the sand. Did you know that there are psychologists who specialize in finding solutions? They've developed specific mental strategies that can help us find a solution to a problem. Let's look at some of the most important of these mental strategies. One of the main factors contributing to us remaining stuck in a problem rather than solving it is being overly focused on the problem. You've probably experienced this before. We can tell others for hours about a problem, that's how well we know it. We can lie awake at night analyzing it and increasing our familiarity with it. We can get into a kind of problem trance because we think that it's going to help us solve the problem, right? The more I know about it, the more I'm conscious about it, the better. But is this true? Will a problem trance really help us solve it? On the one hand, yes, we need to know basic things about our problem in order to be able to solve it. On the other hand, if we remain stuck in the awareness of our problem, we may never find a solution to it. Solutions are made up of a different fabric than problems, and to find a solution, we need a solution orientation. So while we need both an awareness of our difficulties, but this needs to be paired with solution-focused thinking. Here are 5 ways of thinking about your situation in a solution-focused way that may help you solve your issues. The miracle question. This strategy involves you imagining that one morning you wake up and overnight a miracle happened and your problem is gone. Just nowhere to be seen, out of sight. All of the things that are bothering you or making your life hard due to this problem have disappeared. And then asking yourself, what would my day look like? How would it be different from my days now? What would I be doing differently? This question can help us in 2 ways. Firstly, it can help us to strengthen our solution vision. Sometimes we can get so stuck up in the problem that we forget to even ask ourselves, where do I want to be going? What does a future in which this problem has been solved even look like? And the second way this question helps us is that we can gather information about what we'd be doing differently. Things about our own behavior that would be different in this positive future vision. And the next step would be asking yourself, is there something that I can start doing right now? Maybe just some small thing of all the behaviors I'd be doing differently that I can apply right now, even though the problem hasn't been solved yet. And who knows, maybe this small change will start a chain reaction and get a solution into motion. Looking for exceptions. This strategy means looking for situations in which the problem is less pronounced or completely absent, and then asking yourself why. What is different about situations in which the problem is absent compared to situations in which it is very present? What can you learn about your circumstances, your environment, and yourself that can give you clues about what can make it better from comparing these situations? And then you can see if you could integrate more of the favorable circumstances and behaviors into your life to improve your situation. For example, maybe you've noticed that you feel better when you were following a certain diet or pursuing a certain hobby or physical exercise, and then integrating more of this into your life right now, even though the problem may not be completely solved, but stepping towards the solution gradually. And if this isn't working out for you, what you can also do is ask yourself, what would make this problem worse? Sometimes we may feel like I cannot influence this problem. It's just beyond my reach. And then we can ask ourselves, what would I need to do to make it go even worse than it's going now? And from here, we can infer what we could do to make it better. The perspective of your peers. In this strategy, we mentally go through the people we meet regularly and ask ourselves, assuming the problem is solved, how would they notice that the problem is solved? From which of my behaviors that I'd be doing differently would they see, aha, the person is no longer suffering from this problem? And then again, seeing which of these behaviors we could start applying right now. Or you could also ask yourself, what advice would a certain person give me right now? Let's assume you're on a TV question and answering show, and you're answering a specifically hard question, and you get the chance to call someone to get a hint towards the answer of this question. Who would you be calling right now to get a hint of how you can solve your problem? And what advice would they give you, probably? And then asking yourself, which parts of the advice would you want to take to heart? What could you apply right now? What seems effective and doable to you? Consulting your wise future self. Imagine your future self could appear before you right now, coming from a future in which the problem has been solved. This future self knows exactly what you did to solve the problem. It was there for the whole journey towards the solution of this problem. It's exactly who you want to be when the problem is solved. And now ask yourself, what advice would this future wise self give you right now? Changing something random. When you've tried a lot of things and nothing has worked, it's very easy to start feeling stuck. And what this strategy can do for you is bring the energy of change and solutions into your life, even if you're starting somewhere that has nothing or very little to do with your problem. To apply this strategy, you can change something in your life, anything. It can be a very small thing, and it doesn't have to do with your problem. This can be something like switching up a routine or habit, taking a different way to work, or trying something new, something you've never done before. What this can do for you is it can change your focus and perspective from feeling like always more of the same of this problem to, I'm curious to see how this will affect my life. It can also increase your flexibility and degrees of freedom from feeling restricted by your problem to feeling more animated. It can also help you practice change so that it'll make it easier for you to implement any other change that you want to bring into your life to solve your problem. And it brings you into a mental space that facilitates change. By the way, this is also one of the goals of my channel, to draw up a mental space that supports change to lead you to the life that you aspire for. So maybe you'd like to hit the subscribe button so you can remember to join me for the next video. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.